Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another game of esports. So today we have AMORE vs Metamorphosis, and we are in for a treat today. It's really a fight to gain those nets points to move up into, well, not really points, you know what I mean, to pass the next round to move into that next stage. However, I am joined with one lovely broadcaster named Katniss. I know he's very new, he's very recent, but he's getting used to the mechanics and so forth. But let's see. And my name is Avoid, and we also have a brilliant commentator with us. I'm not sure if he's commentating,
Yeah,
but his
of
name is
course.
Renke.
I can't leave you hanging here.
No worries, no worries. Um, so Renke, do you want to go ahead and introduce one of the teams if you want to?
Yep. Let's do Metamorphosis because otherwise you will complain about me taking the easy names. Although both names are fairly easy to be honest. Shrek My Queen, Katana, Arcane, Bon, and Anywhere are the players from Metamorphosis. And yeah, should we take a more?
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and then introduce more on more. We have the Voca, Paris, Mexico, Satu, and Arlington. So yeah, not bad, decent names.
Yeah, and a decent match as well. I think both of the teams are 1 against 1. Metamorphosis, oh no, that was Cruels. I thought Metamorphosis was with 4, but that was Cruels that had 4 players. Cruels, of course, got a top 8, but is really not able to get a team together. That's a shame for them because when you start in the Legend stage, you have a big opportunity to continue in there and get to the Champion stage. Um, um, but no, Metamorphosis is playing pretty solid. Had a very close game to against Chill Vibe, so fairly good team. And more, of course, a really consistent contender, always playing. Um, Good in the midfield. It, if they will get started, it'll be quite insane. But let's see how far they can get. It's good to see them play.
Yeah, I mean, it's Amore's always showing up. They're very consistent, and they're always willing to get the prizes that they require. So that's pretty nice. But it does seem like we're going to see a standoff. Nice nade from Paris. Paris is going to go in with an OD to back himself up. But AK just watching him like a predator and just takes him out instantly.
Yeah, and something I did not notice, but of course our viewer Yarakov noticed. Um, it's a best of 3 and not a best of 2. so sorry. And it's also the team that is losing is getting out of the tournament. So it's a pretty high stakes match for these teams.
Yeah, it really, really is. So, wait, you said if they take a loss here, they'll get knocked out?
Yeah. Then they are 0-3. Both teams have not won a round, and that's crazy to me because Metamorphosis was so close against Geo Vibe. Got Emeralds the round after, and sorry Jack, but I think Emeralds is not as good as Geo Vibe. So, but they lost again against Emeralds, and Metamorphosis with bad luck now in 0-2, and Amor same. But Amor, you expected it more, I guess. But yeah, one of these teams is leaving
Yeah.
the tournament today.
It's pretty demoralizing for them to be this getting 2 wins in a row and then so close to getting knocked out. It's just like, man, at that point, you might as well just reconsider your life
For Amor.
in Tanky Sport.
In Tanky Sport, yeah, thank you for that add on. But for Amor, you
Yeah.
mean? Uh,
Uh, guess so.
yeah,
Guess so.
I can
But they're
agree.
both strong teams actually, in like on the same level, I guess. I think Metamorphosis is slightly better than Amore, so
Yeah,
that's
well,
just my opinion.
I agree with you. I think Metamorphosis has shown in rankings that they are a pretty good team. They got on a high position in terms of RMR points. That doesn't say everything, of course, but it shows consistency. Um, So yeah, it will be a shame for both of the teams, to be honest, to see them leave the tournament. But yeah, only yeah, one has to go. It is what it is. Huh? Bro, it has been weeks since I
Yeah.
commentate. I have to get into it.
It's okay, it's okay, bro. Me as well. Me as well. I have to really get into the gears and so forth. Uh, but Bond with a Paladin OD kind of wasted, but that does get him into his opponent's base. He can get some support from Katana, but Katana mine is elsewhere on that OD bots. But Arlington does secure the OD. So that's advantage for them. It just depends how Arlington's going to use it. He's one shot away from dying, so he's going to have to play it safe until his repair resumes. But going into open like that, getting himself killed, not too bad for him. uh, Gets that respawn, if anything.
Anywhere here
Max
with an,
HP.
we can see anywhere with that Ares OD. It's kind of shame that he has the flag because he can use that overdrive really good for getting a return on the board. Of course, he can shoot at OD from where he is, but with the flag, you of course do not want to really get into the open. Um, but yeah, they are keeping him with the flag here. Paris on the other side with the Crusader. That's, I think, the more common flag holder in terms of standoff positions. Anywhere having to use for
Oh,
defense, that's a shame, to be honest. That really makes their life a bit more difficult.
it definitely does. In my opinion, I don't think anywhere should have been holding the flag. Anyways, he had an OD. The Crusader should have taken the flag over, which just wasted that OD for a return. So this definitely gives a more kind of advantage. But the Eris OD's gone. The Vokar's going to be activating the Paladin Overdrive here on the left side. Akane, not the best cruise roll shot here. Can they take out Akane and pressure in? Satu needs to take out Shavek. Does so formally. Maybe they can do something here. Mexico going in on the flanking side, and maybe he might be able to do some sort of distraction. Yeah, there's just too many there, to be honest. Way too many. All on defense.
Yeah, return here is difficult for Amore, especially because they have to get into the base of Red of Metamorphosis, and the base is pretty closed off. But Amore is playing way more offensive, and Metamorphosis is not really going for that return. I feel like not really getting any opportunities. Um, Now we have my queen holding the flag for quite a while now, while he has a Viking overdrive. Big return action here for Amor, but if you have a Viking OD and there's like 1.5 minute on the clock, but you're having the flag carrier, uh, you're having the Viking carry the flag. Sorry, that was what I was trying to say. You are playing it very passively. There's like no will for Amor to go for a return. For Metamorphosis, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Metamorphosis has all been on defense here. They haven't really been getting out of their base at all, to be honest. Must be some sort of tactic they warmed up. They're dropping a flag for Chevette, but Chevette has OD anywhere. Should have just held the flag. Chevette goes and pushed for a return. But it seems like Katana with a Hunter OD is going to be pushing. 40 seconds left. They should have just dropped the flag and just went for that return. Anywhere is useless at this point. He doesn't have any overdrive. So it's like Chevette's just standing there with the flag. And I don't think they will be able to get this return without Chevette. And now Chevette does choose to drop the flag and going to go push in for a return with only 30 seconds left. Can Shavek do anything?
Great OD by Schweck. He's doing his part right now, focusing Arlington, and that's a return and a capture by Met Armor. Jeez. I had such a nice line, but then I couldn't pronounce the team name. But great capture by Metamorphosis.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. I wish that Shavek dropped the flag sooner rather than it was a bit risky at the
Yeah,
last moment, but I guess,
yeah, I
yeah,
fully agree, but they went offensive finally, and that showed off, that paid off. So that's great.
it's true. It's true. Could have cost them the game. Any later Shavek went in, it could have just cost them the whole round, to be honest. But yeah. Yaroko says playoff game tunes on 02. Okay. Meta was first. Mm, okay, interesting. Yarakov with his interesting facts there once more again.
Always, always.
Chris with watching this game in game awards. Okay.
Gets in
I don't
game
know,
hero.
maybe
Yeah, drops. Oh, thank you wiki slash drops or something like that, and you have every info
oh
you need.
yeah. You know, when I read it out loud, it didn't make sense to me. But when you said in-game rewards, I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Yep,
You
yep,
know,
yep.
because grammatically, English saying it out loud, it doesn't sound correct. Maybe he didn't say it right as well. Maybe I don't know. Alright, well, that's one round to Metamorphosis. Let's see what else they got in the bag. They did have the better base, so now they have the weaker base, so they're going to be set at a slight disadvantage, but will they be able to pull it off? I think they were playing the other side not fairly well. I don't think Metamorphosis was playing well on the good side, so I think they might have a little bit of trouble on this side. However, they have a little bit more room to work with, so we don't know. They could play slightly better, less defense and more attack here from Metamorphosis.
Let's see, indeed. Blue base now for Metamorphosis. The difference are small, so Amore has a good opportunity here to get it back to a tie.
Yeah, they do have a good chance, so let's see. And right now we can see Catania just making an approach here, dealing damage to his opponents, holding some sort of position there.
See the overdrive box dropping once again here. Arlington not able to go for it. Um, but my queen is crazy. That lost health capture. But Metamorphosis with the quick Viking OD, that can really be an advantage.
Yeah, but with only 9 minutes remaining, Paris here is going to make some sort of aggressive attack. Um, but watching by three players, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Yeah, it really is a slow game. They're playing safe. They're going for damage, not going any risky plays here, I've noticed, which is very strategic. But
Boring.
somehow they gotta, yeah, it's boring, but it's their strategic approach, but it doesn't really do much effect really when
Yeah,
they're all on defense.
but for Metamorphosis, I can understand it. Blue side is not a good side on this map. You are 1 point in the lead as well. A tie isn't. It's definitely not a bad score for them. So just get it over with. 0-0. Move over to the next map.
Yeah,
It,
honestly,
it's not a bad result for them. After this map, we will be seeing Iran. They can get some wins there again, you know?
true, it's true. That OD's dropping anywhere, might go for a use and take. A little too late for Chevette, but it does still come in. Satu does cancel it. Hmm.
Yeah, that could have been a great OD if that Hunter wasn't there. Satu, of course, with a good Hunter OD stopping that attack. Um, that's the problem with
But
Ares
now,
Overdrive, the Hunter. Like,
yeah, I definitely agree with you. But now they have one less Hunter OD to deal with, so which is fairly all right. But yeah, it's definitely a nuisance, the Hunter ODs, without a shadow of a doubt. I just the amount of times I got frustrated recently in TKVs with Hunter ODs. It's just every single time. and there might be a miscommunication. So my team might be like, "Oh, just use," and the hunter has an OD. I'm like, "Okay, man, you just told me to use, and the hunter had OD," and pretty much that's the case.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. But you still play TKV right now, or is it like on pause?
Still training, bro. You know, what? To be honest, I'm gonna be coming back next armor.
You
I'm
aren't, or
not
you
good.
are?
I am, bro. I'm not going away with just this paint, bro. I'm gonna try and get in a strong team.
So
Get in a strong team.
once again, I predicted the future right. Avoid is not leaving Tanky Sports, guys.
Nah, I'm not leaving away with this reward,
Mm.
bro. It's either a star or at
Or
least
champion.
bronze minimum. Nah, bronze minimum, bro.
Bronze
I'm
minimum.
gonna work. Yeah.
Big,
Now,
big
actually,
words.
yeah. I should say, I should rephrase that. Star minimum or bronze.
Oh, okay. Still,
That's what I should. Yeah,
kinda big words. Oh,
yeah, man.
great
But
OD by Paris here, making Devoshka able to capture this flag, at least potentially. But Overdrive flying in, grenade flying in, Bond with not a great grenade, knocking himself out. And that really stopped that momentum from the return. And that, yeah. This is a bit like an own goal at football. Getting killed by
yeah.
your own grenade and not returning. Um, yeah, I hope for Metamorphosis that that will not be clipped.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it, Amore really took advantage of their distortion that was going on, so much confusion, and just Amore just literally just went in with a coordinated attack. And Metamorphosis is a bit bombarded here, so they're going to be playing aggressive. Watch how the game changed now. Watch how Metamorphosis play. They're going to be playing very erratic, very aggressive now because they're going to
Fine.
have no care in the world.
It makes the second half of this round a pretty interesting though, because until now it has been yeah, quite passive. Katana here could have used his hunter, he was a bit risky, but I don't know, I would have done it, I guess. This will be a return, but no, Metamorphosis indeed doesn't have to focus that much on defense anymore, because if they do, this round is already lost. They just have to get the capture on the board, so hopefully they will be able to do so and show us some great plays here. OD box dropping, um, but no one really going for it.
No one really going for it, but OD is dropping. Mexico is there, watching the OD. Maybe Mexico can swoop in. Looks like he does do the job of securing the OD anywhere. Getting bombarded. This is a pull from Mexico. Mexico could use here. Risk it, Mexico. Yep, knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, great play by Mexico. Saw his moment, took the OD, um, took the flag, and now is taking out Bon. He isn't. Okay, it's just buying time. I thought Bon was getting away for a second, but it's just buying time here. And Amor getting the second capture on the board. And now it's close to impossible for Metamorphosis to win. Still potentially a tie though. Two captures is possible in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's possible, but this is the thing. What happens? Like lack of communication at the last moment. As soon as the Viking took and he was full HP, yeah, it was just over.
Yeah,
No one was on defense.
a
Just a
full
crack in their defense.
full HP without repair though. So there should be still possibilities. But this quick capture, at least if Setu is not returning this, and this quick capture is getting Metamorphosis back in the game, at least back in potentially a tie. This was just pretty much a solo pool, so pretty bad defense from Amor, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Amor just needs to pretty much hold the line right now. But this is it. This is always what happens at the very start. A team loses, and then as a team starts losing, they just have no care in the world about the outcome. They start playing aggressive. I think teams just got to know how to counteract that really, and having to deal with that sort of aggressive gameplay when someone switches it up. But that's what shakes people up. They're like, why are they playing aggressive now? Well, of course, you just capture the flag. Of course, someone's going to change their play style.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that's yeah.
you see it always in every sport, I guess. You know, when you have something to lose, you are thinking about what you can lose. But when you're a flag behind, the round is pretty much lost. unless you get the capture. So your whole priorities are different indeed. Um, the priority of Akane is getting a very magical moment here, but he's low on health, so that's not possible. Bon not using his OD there, good choice. We have anywhere with an overdrive. Bon, my queen, and I thought the hunter had an OD as well. Um, so we had to see kind of an attack here from Metamorphosis in the last minute. Oh, the hunter doesn't.
Yeah, we need to definitely see some sort of attack here. Bon, Bon's not using anytime soon. Arlington with an OD. Paris, it's going to be a hard one. Paris with that OD and Arlington. Arlington is low.
Yeah, they need to get a hunter on respawn and then do something with Ares OD or something like that. They have a Sky now using, trying to get as quickly as possible close to the persons, giving the jammer effect. Really nicely done. Just playing to buy time here, 1 minute.
Bro was quick on the mouse. I was about to do the same thing.
Locke, we love you, but some things are, yeah, does not look good on stream.
Yeah. He knows. He knows what he did. He
Yeah,
knows.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's happy I'm deleting it because I don't give timeouts. No, joking. My queen here pulling the flag, not able to get away. That was a bit of a lost opportunity for Metamorphosis, I guess, with 20 seconds on the clock. And this round is played well by AMORE, but of course, I guess expected. Both teams win a round, but with the red base situation, I can, I think it's expected to see this outcome.
Yeah, I mean, as well, it definitely did speak volume from the first round. Just watching how Metamorphosis was struggling on the first round, just trying to control that base. They on the red base, they weren't even playing that well. They were all over the place, and they just got a lucky return when they went in with that Viking OD. So, to be honest, it does seem like Mexico's team, which is Amore, is playing slightly better in the terms of timing ODs and just going in with attacks. Metamorphosis, I'm not sure what happened to you guys, but you guys have fallen off recently. And if Amore is really doing that well, it's just a long day for you guys. It could just be the base. It could just be map. Well, not base because we saw how they played them both base, but it could just be the map itself.
Yep, yep, fully agree. Let's see. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, no worries. That's all right, Lock. There's no issue with that, Lock. Mm. Please just bear with us, guys. We are just joining the map. Um, Chris Short says, I miss Rogan Sandbox Pro matches. I mean, you still can play, but the old one, like back in the day, in it, playing XBBP was so fun. Come on, Lock, you should be rooting for Jack. You want to see Jack win against Pepega. Come on. Jack will lose. I mean, look, it is Pepega. It's to be expected, unfortunately. When you're up against a stronger team, statistics never lie. The data is there that proves that Pepega has more of a guaranteed chance to win against Emeralds, unfortunately. But as both teams, I really hope to see well in the major. It's just Emeralds is gonna have a hard time against them. Yeah.
Yep, there we are. Iran map.
Yes, Iran, better than Highland. Let's go. I mean, they updated this map, right?
Yeah, there's like a winter version, isn't it?
I mean, I think is there? They added a winter version now.
I think so.
Okay, interesting. I think they did, but like they with this map, like I think there was like how do I say this? Like how there was like bugs where you can shoot through the wall. Like there's certain holes through the wall where it shouldn't be like holes in the wall. Like you see where anywhere is right now on the map and the voca,
Yeah, but
kind of like there's yeah,
yeah, and
like
yeah,
right,
like at those non-complete walls, I guess, isn't it right?
yeah, I guess so. And there was like holes in the walls where you could shoot where, in theory you shouldn't shoot through, but now they patched it so you can't really shoot through the wall, basically. So,
Yeah, good update, I guess. Not very nice for everyone that learned every flaw, but
yeah, I can't shoot through the wall now and shoot into their base. I have to go around into the open and try and shoot through
just like it
into
should
the
be.
base. It's pretty sad, man, because it's like, especially when someone's camping behind the wall and I'm on spawn, I can't not kill them straight away. I have to put myself in the open. So there's very big advantage
Hard
and
work.
disadvantage. Yeah, hard work. It's
No,
sad, man, honestly.
I'm messing with you, but I like when bugs are fixed, and it's of course annoying for people that have like trained certain bugs, but it's good. Is there a skybox changed for this map? I don't know.
The skybots. Oh yeah, they did change the skybot map as well. There's sand as well all over the map.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, definitely a big change. I don't even have my skybots open, so let me actually turn that on, because I'm
Yeah.
really really looking at the surroundings.
No
Let me see.
skybox, no graphics, no shadows, very high
Yeah,
outlines of the tank. Mr. Esport player.
I had shadows on at least just to see when the OD's dropping. That's all. Alright, Shines, you used to be a better commentator than me then. Alright, come commentate then.
Yeah, we need more. It's desk commentary
Yeah,
because we are all burnt out. So you can help us out,
come on. Yeah, exactly, Sunshines. This guy. Wow. What do you mean Marcus doesn't want you? Just join back. You never know. Hey, look, if you join, I don't know how Jack's gonna feel about that, but anyways, it'll be a long day.
uh, I think for both. A lot of uh, a lot of debate needing to happen before that will happen, but
Yeah. Hey, Sunshine, you need to, what's it called? Come back to esports, start training again at least. Join a very good team because if Ollie's able to do it and Ollie's gonna get, either Gladiator or Star, you should be able to come back and do better than Ollie. Ollie's not that amazing. He's good, but he's not that amazing.
Oh, oh, oh. You can't stream a match without avoid calling names.
Nah, Ollie's been on my case recently, a bit of conflict there, but it's not too bad.
I hope it's just esport better and no real issues. You know,
No real issues.
there's no big business involved here. Just having a bit of fun. Of course, that doesn't mean you can't take the game serious, but I think fun should always be the main objective.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Um, oh boy, man. We used to be tandem. Yeah, we used to train a lot together, but the old esports. And bro, I'm gonna be 100% real. Making a team is too much effort. It's too much work. It's too much headache, bro. I'm not trying to make a team, honestly.
He's trying to get bench
Um,
in a good
not
team.
even bench. It's just that I just want to be on a good team, like a very good team. Too much effort of telling people to come trainings and this and that. It's too much hard work. And I'm pretty sure, Sunshine, you would agree with me what I'm saying. Too much hard work. And really recent things that has happened, and actually back to the game anyways, we can see anywhere using a nice OD. It does seem like Bon is up against the Voka. Can they get that return? Satu's there holding down the fort, anywhere being applying that pressure, but Arlington, Satu is there for that defense, and that is gonna be a secure defense.
Yeah, Setu still holding that flag. Return is not happening anytime soon. Um, we're already halfway on this round, so um, yeah, time pressure is not really a thing yet, but it starts to get there. Bond with some good shot, and he will get that return. That will be the first capture from Metamorphosis.
Yeah. I mean, this is Metamorphosis map. I remember seeing them when I first joined commentating. They played this map fairly well, but yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, they were close to a second capture here as well, to be honest. Nearly a back-to-back, but couldn't make it on time. Um, but now they are really playing well anywhere with a good combo shot. Oh no, it wasn't anywhere, but there was a good combo shot. And OD moved in the middle as well. Still 4 minutes for AMORE to bounce back, so there's time enough. Um, but Mexico missing that OD, I really thought he had it, but Bon getting that. I don't know how though. Mexico was on top of Bon.
yeah. Wow, with only 4 minutes remaining, the pressure really is on Bon activating Paladin OD here. Paris getting absolutely focused. Paris missing an important grenade shot with his railgun does cost his team. Satu trying to slow down Bon, or I should say burn him to pieces. Arlington dealing damage to Akane and Bon along the way. This is not looking too good. No support here on the left side for Akane here. Seems like all of his team is across the other side of the map, not really doing their job.
Yeah, I think with a bit of better communication, that should have been a capture. Um, but now we can see a nice turnaround attack here from AMORE. Paris pulling his flag. Great OD by Arlington, healing his allies a lot. Good focus by Mexico there on Bon. Mexico on top, they're doing loads of damage and giving Paris all the space he needs. And that's a tie. Back to a tie, avoid.
It really is back to a tie. A lot of miscommunication there from Metamorphosis that should have definitely been a capture, or at least close to a capture. Um, yeah. The OD is dropping right now. It does seem like Anywhere has a chance to secure that, and maybe he could use mid, but Paris. Oh, that was not very nice, Paris. Paris with some sort of hate against Anywhere for some reason. Maybe Anywhere can use that to advantage.
Yeah, personal attacks are fun, but not always the best choice. Uh, 2.5 minutes here. Oh, the situation for both of the teams is not great.
Yeah, it's really in a tough spot for both teams at this current moment. I mean, it is 1-1 after all, so even if they do draw this, yeah. How many rounds actually? You said
Six,
6 rounds we should see.
6 rounds. Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
best of four, but it's of course the third round already, so it's best of six. I think every major I messed this up, and this is my I don't know uh,
Yeah.
fifth
I mean,
major
it's
as
pretty hard to
commentator,
keep
so
track of
I
them.
should remember it by now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. It's pretty hard to keep track of everything. Honestly, with so many moving parts with this major and major in general. Nice OD from all anywhere, I should say. Pretty much held on the fort.
Yeah, great defensive overdrive there. Um, Made that defense pretty smooth, and now the team has a bit of time left to try and get one last attack. Ball now pulling, no overdrive. I think Reaper has been used already. OD box dropping in top, but anywhere should just try to block here, and he's doing a perfect job with that. Look at Katana's Hunter OD.
Shabek, Shabek kissing the floor. That relationship must be sweet, Shabek. Let me know how it feels afterwards.
I think because of that capture, felt pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that probably was. He just got too excited and he just threw himself on the floor and gave it a hug at that point.
He wanted to hug the player pulling the flag, but
Maybe that was it. That
nah,
was
but
it.
a really great capture by Metamorphosis, to be honest. That Hunter OD from Katana was great. And with 35 seconds on the clock, or a bit more right now, but it will be not possible to get it back to a tie here for AMORE. And Metamorphosis is close to winning the game now, with the 2 against 1 lead in the third round. Of course, everything can happen still, but this map is very symmetrical. But if you win the first round on Iran, you probably win the second round as well.
In my opinion, the round that Metamorphosis is, well, I should say the side that Metamorphosis is playing, in my opinion, I would say is the easier side to play on. And
Yeah, because
why I
pulling
say
is a
that
bit
is,
difficult.
uh, for Metamorphosis or more.
Uh, Sorry, I was already. I don't know anymore.
I said like the side that Metamorphosis that just won on is probably
Yeah, yeah,
easier than the other side.
yeah. Because yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And now I know again. Because you can drop down and pull the flag. I think that makes it a bit easier.
Yeah, that as well. And to take in consideration, as you know, both Eris's play on the same side with Crusaders. So it's like if an Eris, you see where like Paris and Devocar is there, right? Usually the Eris plays there and the Crusader behind that wall where Paris is and Devocar. Let's say, for instance, right, the Hunter's constantly spawning there, and then the Eris and the Crusaders pushing you when you're playing on the side Metamorphosis is playing now. Let's say you're constantly getting harassed by the Hunter, the Crusader, the Eris, and you're spawning constantly far away from where you should be playing. As an Eris player, that's the most annoyingest thing you could ever deal with. And you're always on respawn. The Hunter as well, pressuring you, the Crusader. You cannot, it's very hard to play on this side where Metamorphosis is playing on Eris and Crusader. It's very hard, especially if you're playing up against a very good hunter. Your hunter player has to do his job and secure the middle bit of the map. It's just barely impossible to play against a team or any team who has a good understanding how to get good map control.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, map control. If you get knocked down as arrows quickly, that hill is so slow, man. If you spawn on the wrong side of the map, you kind of have to play positions, to be honest. But
Yeah.
that's not great as well. Teams that can switch from playing spawn and playing positions really smoothly, um, that gives you a bit of a bonus on these maps, especially with slower hulls.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And I think if you can constantly harass a Eris player on this map and keep him on respawn, he's gonna end up getting frustrated. Look what's happening now right here with Anywhere. He's gonna constantly get put on respawn, and it's gonna be so hard for him to control the map here on the right side. See this positioning, and but Katana somehow is gonna pull because some miscommunication.
Yeah,
And
and
Mexico as well.
Seto that spawns there gets him knocked down. Mexico getting blocked by a lot of players there. But that's a difficult position to return from.
Yeah. If I block your tank there, you know you're gonna die. Just move one side and drop the flag. God, these players, man. I- Sometimes you have to question their IQ when they play. Like he sees a grenade there, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta understand their thought processes. Maybe he thought someone was behind him, so he just said, "Let me stand there." He wasn't too certain of what was going on, so yeah.
But avoid, I have to say though, they don't have lucky 7.
That is true, but um, paint doesn't define a player. There's a lot of
Mm.
players with free paints, in my opinion.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
at
that's
the
my
top
goal as well.
level.
I am really good at warming a bench, but I have never been asked to do that.
Yeah, I think if you actually played esports, I think you do extremely well.
Nah, nah,
I
nah.
think you do extremely well.
Uh,
Just a lot of hard work and determination,
yeah,
to be
that's the
honest.
problem. That's the problem. I'm
Yeah.
pretty lazy.
I mean, no, I wouldn't necessarily call you lazy. You literally turn up to like every game. Like there's a lot of consistency with you,
That's true.
and I
That's
think
true. But we're playing not. I don't know. I am lazy is not a good word, but I am struggling with every game to be honest. To keep my motivation for a video game. Like um, then I'm like playing the one game for a lot of hours and then something else. Um, I'm never really consistent with that.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I think this happens to a lot of players. A lot of players will try one thing and or like play one game and it's like, feeling quite bored here. Let's switch it up, really.
Oh my
But I
queen.
guess it happens to everyone, but not to me. Not actually. I don't want to
Mr.
really say it pretty
Consistent,
much on.
avoid. Not
Yeah,
to him. Never unmotivated. Yeah, that's true. Like there is no day when we close down the stream. This is like a small insight for our viewers here. When the stream is over and they say, "Oh, we are muted," blah blah blah. The first thing Avoid says, like 90% of the time, is, "Okay, I have to go TKV." So he is consistent
yeah.
at training.
I mean, at this point, it's just like pretty much determined to like at least become very good on Eris, and I'm just willing just to prove to everyone that hard work is the route to success. And a lot of players right now would be trolling me right, as much as they can. They control me, saying, "Oh, I got lucky 7." But we'll find out what's gonna happen next major, and which
Okay.
team I'll be playing for. So
Okay. Big plans.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta let a lot of people get the first laugh, but at the end you get the last laugh. It's pretty much how life works.
Yeah,
And
but
whilst everyone's expecting, yeah, go ahead.
most of the times people will say, like, post of it happening that I had the last laugh there, but you are predicting that you will have the last laugh. Pretty risky
Yeah, I
move.
mean,
You're
uh,
confident.
I know, I know the work I'm putting in. I know what the things I'm willing to do and things I've been doing. A lot of players, they, um, I have I have a very specific training routine. I'm doing things outside of what other players aren't willing to do. That's why I'm confident. And when you start doing things more scientifically and trying to understand the game differently from other players, that's where you actually see massive improvements. It's not sitting down playing a game um
No,
24 hours a day or
I think to be honest,
it's
ooh, look at Setu. I I came with
yeah,
a good repair kit timing, and we are in a kind of a standoff situation. But Setu returning, and I feel like um, yeah, both flags are returned there already. But I want to say is I feel like watching you play and watching your mistakes, it's a bit of like a bit of a better way to learn than just playing. You know, like I am playing
yeah,
this game for years. I'm legend 100 something plus, but I'm not good with a lot of turrets because I don't check my mistakes because I only play matchmaking. You know, it's learning is from watching what you are doing and then using
totally agree.
what you want to change in the battlefield.
hmm It's you're definitely right. It just comes down to um, watching yourself play and learning from your mistakes. But few players are willing to do this. They just want to just play casual and just play for fun and just that's it. And then they think they're gonna improve. Wake up the next day and they're just plateauing, wondering why they can't improve.
Okay, now I'm going to take a look at your name when the summer major is over and press that F5 button on Tanky Sport. See which team logo is getting beside your name,
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. To be
making me
honest,
curious.
just really pushing it this month and um, the next few months. Hopefully, might see big things, big things, big things. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I shouldn't get overconfident, but I just trust my abilities. Nah, bro, it's not gonna be Sentinel's team logo on my name, bro. It's gonna be something else. Don't worry, don't worry. I know Sentinel's an amazing team. It used to be really a top team back then, but currently, right now,
Are they competing?
um,
Not yet, right? No.
no, not right now. Sentinels, that team was a dangerous team back then for the old format. But with everything going on, I, I just want a team right now that I trust. You know what I mean? Not to say that I don't trust Sentinels. We don't have. Nah. Yeah, I'm not gonna waffle anymore. Never mind. Never mind.
It's kind of our job though. That makes it difficult. You know, these 6 round games are long. We have a lot of waffling to do before the match is over. Arlington, they tried to do a use and take, but Anywhere already took that OD, so that's a shame here for AMORE that is trying to defend this lead they currently have. Paris pulling good spawn here by Bon. Bon should get a return here if he plays it smart, but Setu knocking him out. It's
Anyway, I should use.
yeah. It 100% should be a return.
This should be a pull for Metamorphosis. It's looking very strong.
Yeah, we have Katana there with the Hunter OD he can use on everyone that spawns around them. Good driving there by Bon, not blocking Katana, but Paris once again with a great Cruise OD. We've seen Paris using Killer OD so far. But Metamorph is really focusing on his attack, but look at here, look at Devoshka. He's just pulling away.
Beautiful nades.
It's a bit like a smoke screen, those grenades, huh? Like making sure that he can't move past that point. Really nicely done indeed. And we are back to a tie.
Yeah, I generally believe the grenades have really changed the mechanics for this game, especially in esports. It's something new, not something I really enjoy. Like it's just giving me a hard time. Look at that anywhere. Just perfect example. When you're Eris, you cannot really do much when someone drops a nade in front of your face. You just can't move away too fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it though. Like it I'm a bit controversial because I don't play esports. I just want to be entertained. So things I like are not certain the things that esport players like. Um, but I think grenades are a great addition to esports, making the game a lot more action packed. Although, as you know, I think the time to kill in current tanky is a bit quick. Should be a bit slower, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's move
I
over
mean,
to the
it's
last
it's a,
map.
yeah. What's the last map?
I had the page open, but I do not have it anymore. Let me quickly find it. Sandal, my favorite.
Sandal. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting round on Sandal. Seeing what this is warming up.
Yeah, currently waiting for that map link, but that will be very quickly. And if Metamorphosis wins the next round, we are done for the day. But with a tie, we are going to all the way to round 6. So let's see.
Hey, okay, let's see. It is better than Highland at this point.
Is Sandal better than Highland? That's a bit of disrespect
Yeah.
for Sandal, man.
I mean, no, no. I mean, Sandal's way better than Highland, without a doubt. You
Oh,
know,
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
without a doubt.
I got scared for a second of it.
I would never say Highland is better than any map on this game. Never. You never catch me saying that. Never. Trust me. Before you hear me say those words, I would just retire from esports at that point. What do you
Okay.
think about the new DK skins?
Um. Oh, good question. That's a good question. I kind of like them. People say it's simple skin, and that's true. That is true. But they are pretty simply to obtain as well, getting quickly in skin containers, and it's a nice way to show off. Like when you have a bit of a light paint, and normal skins are just like a bit too bright. I think the dark skins
Mhm.
really compromising that. So it's a nice skin for a lot of paints that are normally um, very bright.
Yeah. I think as well the new DK skins as well, specifically for like the Eris, it has this little vicious look to it. Like it has this, how do I say it? Like it has this little like dark aggressive look to it. I kind of like it more than the actual Eris XT skin, in my opinion. It just, I don't know. This is the only skin I actually generally like after XT. Like it just looks, how would I say it? The only word I can really describe it and link to it, it has this kind of demonic look to it. It's like raw, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I understand
So
it. I understand it. It's like it's not like the DC skins demonic, but it shows dark. It shows like you are going to beat the enemy team up or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whereas the XT is a bit more flashy in my opinion. Like
But
it's very flashy.
with the glowing from the HD skins, like the XT HD looks really gold. Like the old XT is just yellow in comparison to the XT HD. Look at the Thunder from Anywhere by as example. So if it's like that bright of a gold, I would really love to see a silver version or something, you know. But I think just changing the color versions, there are so many fun things you can do with it, and the more skins, the better. I I would just collect them as always. So
Yeah. I agree with you. You know, I got the Eris Wonder DK skin, so I'm just trying to get the actual Eris whole skin on DK. If I can get that,
Is there error TK already?
absolutely. Yeah, but I haven't got it yet,
Hmm.
just yet. Yeah. Uh, is there actually?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, anywhere is
yeah,
using
there
it.
is. There is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this game is really, really looking good recently. I like what they're doing and the updates. I'm
Yep,
pretty happy about it.
I fully agree with you on that one. And by the way, we are not paid to say this, but it is. It's just fact. I think
Yeah, and people know how my opinions are about the game as well, so you guys know I'm not waffling. They actually finally added something that I genuinely like.
And to be honest, like just the way it is going to right now with HD maps, they are looking so good. I want more of them, but they probably are also a bit of
Yeah.
work to make. What do you think about like? There will be a moment in time that currently, like, the Sandal map has an HD version. Uh, there will be a moment that
Yeah.
all esports maps currently in the pool have an HD version. Probably in like 5 years or something, but there will be a moment. Do you think we should switch to that then, or do you like the esports on the more simple and easier to see maps? What do you think?
I mean, was the map that's played in Iran HD as well because it's the updated one?
Iron doesn't have an HD version yet.
Okay.
They made a
Mm.
winter version, but it's just in
Oh,
normal graphics.
okay, okay. So it's just like Sandbox has a HD version, right?
Yeah, and Sandal
I
and
think.
which map did I just release on the
Uh,
birthday? I don't know,
we're not sure.
but
But Sandal has one. I don't like the Sandal one in my opinion,
okay.
and I don't think. I think with esports, I generally believe that these maps, how it is without HD, it's just more. It's more stable in my opinion. I think players will just enjoy this more. I think if we start implementing HD, it's gonna be problematic. Reason why I say that is because I don't really know how to explain it. It's just something that's not generally natural, like we're used to. But I think
Yeah,
players,
did you
let's
run into
say
grenades as
normal,
well?
yeah, yeah,
Esport players just hate change,
hmm
but I like it because I like people getting frustrated. No joking. Nah, but you're making a good
um,
point. The readability of maps is less on HD maps, and that's fun in matchmaking. Like you can hide in corners a bit. Um, it's a lot more dynamic. The feeling on to play on that maps, at least for me. But I don't know how it will work on tanky esports. I guess we should just try it and see how it goes.
I mean, they can try it, but I'm pretty sure a few players will start complaining, to be
Mm.
honest, because certain shots you cannot do,
Yeah,
and
but there
what I
will be
find,
there will be
yeah,
shots you can only do on HD maps.
yeah,
So it's I don't know, a bit like CS and CS2, I guess. Although the maps did not really change, but graphics did, and also bugs got fixed or not, and stuff like that. I think I don't know. I don't know. I like the idea of it, but I hear you're not really a big fan.
yeah. I'm not necessarily a big fan for change, but I know I think that if the viewers would enjoy it more, like it'll be a more of a change, more of something different to watch. So they probably enjoy it a lot more
Barry's
as
getting the
well. But
replay
look,
there.
look, people as well going on the chat, they're going a bit crazy about how there was changes and stuff like this and their views about it. So maybe if they see something new on esports like the HT maps, they might maybe enjoy watching it more or
I don't know.
something.
I don't know.
Mm.
I see also in Tanky Classic was better. Look at that. Tanky Classic will come out hopefully soon. I can't wait to check that out. It will probably, maybe, also have a bit of competition style. It'll split the player base maybe a bit, but everyone will play what they like. The more modern maps, the more modern of the more nostalgic. It's I don't know. It's looking bright according to me.
I totally agree. I think the Tanky Classic definitely is going to bring back some memories, some old memories. It's just definitely going to trigger some sort of that
Yeah,
emotional feeling in certain players.
nostalgia train definitely. This
Yeah.
match still being a draw, and with Metamorphosis not capturing a flag, we will get to the sixth round. But they were close to capture a flag. Paris with the last meters return. Now Bon again able to get a flag out of the base, but my queen will not be able to continue here. Although I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I mean, nice OD from anywhere. This is looking pretty solid. Only Paris is on spawn here and Satu. They're all in the distance, so they won't be able to do enough damage for that return. Anywhere getting another advantage of securing that OD, so that's definitely going to put them in another good position for that defense, using that OD for defense if it does call the need for it. Mexico, Paris making some sort of attack here on the left side, but being bombarded by a Kane and anywhere with good splash damage. I see that Amore's going to have a little bit of a hard time um, redeeming themselves this game.
Yeah, they should just at least go for a capture, a draw, and claim the sixth round, get it to overtime. Um, but it's a very difficult situation for them indeed.
Yeah, it is looking quite difficult indeed. Anywhere a Kane, good map control here. Arlington. Yeah, there's really nothing much you can do at this point. Just try and push together, make a coordinated attack. Satu wasting a Hunter OD. I don't know, really. Maybe he was just not feeling up to it. He wanted to be shocking him own self rather than dealing damage to his own opponents.
Yep, yep. We can see here. Last attempt with Amor on the left side there with the Ares player. But now respawn OD box dropping as well. Yeah, Void, I agree with you. It's not looking great for Amor.
Yeah, it's looking like they're having a tough time. Really a tough time. All players on Metamorphosis have a OD as well. So good luck with them trying to make a pull.
Yeah, you can see that they are playing on defense. They know if they keep this score, if they win this round, it's over. There's no sixth round needed. So for them, that's top priority. And having all overdrives available for defense, it's a great bonus.
One could use it and help for a pull. Too late. Nice nade there from Mexico.
Yeah, indeed.
I have a feeling they're gonna pull though. They're gonna counter.
Yeah, Setu is still on the defense. Divoshka as well. But again with some great combo shots, or great overdrive, I should say. That combination, that cruise railgun, is doing so much damage. If it isn't the OD, it's a combo shot, and otherwise it's just a nice critical hit with that railgun. It's knocking down players left and right.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. But Arlington and Mexico, they need to make an attack right now. Arlington just use, okay, pretty solid. Mexico used a nice Viking OD. Paris going to be pulling through mid. Wrong route, my friend. But let's see if he can pull it off
Anywhere.
anywhere.
It's such a bad OD, but it was enough.
You know, he had to risk it, but he was also being pushed by another player. You know, that's the
Yeah, but
most frustrating thing.
his teammate. Like in matchmaking, I'm
Yeah.
getting angry at this, but I understand it. The pressure is there. It's not a normal play. You want to help the team get a return. Of course, you're pressing, but that shouldn't be the case. But it's enough for Metamorphosis. It's enough. And with this score, they are winning. not a lot of captures these
Yeah.
games, but they were close, and I really enjoyed this match, avoid.
Yeah, I mean this match was very interesting. It really did whet my appetite, and it's just not a bad game to be honest. Um, Metamorphosis, they played well. They saved their ODs for the right moment. They didn't rush in with any silly sort of attacks, and they did the job. They really did their job.
Yep, yep, yep. Lovely. Let's end it here. Let's end it here. Thank you. Oh wait, I'm switching to the wrong scene. People don't hear us now. Now they do. Um, yeah, let's get it over with. Avoid. Thank you for commentating this one with me. It's has been a pleasure, and this match was very entertaining. And it's only the third round of the Legend stage, so we will be seeing way more in the future. We will be not seeing AMORE anymore, so that's kind of a shame. But hopefully we'll be seeing them in the next rankings, and hopefully we will be seeing you guys back tomorrow for more matches in the third ranking stage, third round in the Legend stage, and have a great rest of your evening.